All right, I got the record button on. Are you ready to do a show?
I like Charmander. He's way over there.
We'll go get him. Yeah, Geeks for the win. We have met before. You looked familiar. For the win, Geeks for the win. All right, we're gonna do a show. I love this soundboard, but it does everything. But like, I've got all these sounds back. Like, check this out. Oh, that's good to know. If you search for something.
I hate bras. Like, can I just, like, you can't see my boobs. Can I just take this off? Is that a thing?
No, you totally can't do that.
Ah! Do that again!
I think you heard it, but for whatever reason, I don't think this hears it. No, I gotta figure that out. That doesn't hear it. But I got all my sound. I got this one. This one's back.
They didn't understand the Zelda.
Yeah,
it was Zelda. It was Zelda.
Oh, we got this one back. They're also quiet. I've got to amp them up. I got to go edit them.
Play the Zelda one again, even though I'm the only one who can hear it.
Zelda surprise.
It's
the only one you can hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just screamed in everybody's ear.
They're all here. I don't even know what that one is. It's probably a get in trouble with YouTube one. That's what that is. All right. And then, of course, we've got the main theme, the world news. It's all here. It's all good.
It was old school Zelda sub.
Oh, yeah. It was the boo, 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 or whatever. It's the good stuff. It's the good stuff. All right. So you got me doing some. The reason I put on these sunglasses is because you got me doing some of that sweet rapping going on. That sweet rapping.
Jacob didn't get it. He's like, is that supposed to be a song? And I'm like, I hate you.
I'm gonna do it. What is it, good old boys? What do they want, those horseshoes? What is there supposed to be a melody in your head? Like, what?
Girls just want to have fun.
Oh, I don't know any. I just know the girls just want to have fun part. That's all I know. I don't know like how the verses actually go.
Oh well.
How do the verses actually
go? A song
go?
Really quickly.
Okay. Well, then the YouTube's gonna be mad.
Well,
girls.
Do it quietly. Do it quietly.
Do it quietly. Oh, it's Miley Cyrus.
What? No.
What? No, that's totally wrong. Who did it originally? Cyndi Lauper?
Ich weiß es nicht.
What? Don't be speaking German around here.
I forget what it is in Japanese. Somebody knows Wakamumi, cause
there's a Miley Cyrus version.
I don't remember.
We're just gonna turn it into a rap because I can do that. That's not true. I can't do that. Whatever it is, it's not on Spotify. So too bad, so sad. All right, here we go. Okay, let me do this though. I gotta fix this.
Wait, hold on. I want to listen to it now. Girls just want to have fun. Yes. Okay.
Is it the 28th? It's the 29th.
I can hum it, and then YouTube won't do. Oh, there's 4-minute ad, which is super awesome.
On the YouTube?
No.
How to talk Italian?
They do this thing that it'll play after the ad now, but it's like 15 seconds of you wanting to gouge your eyes out.
That sounds about right. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Can I get a beat or something? Like what is there gonna be a beat? I'm just gonna do it. All right, here we go. No. That's not a beat.
That's what it is.
We're not. Here we go. All right, here we go. Some listeners like to buy new shoes, and others like driving trucks and wearing tattoos. There's only one thing that they all like in spades. Oh, listeners just want to hear horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh, listeners just want to hear horseshoes and hand grenades. I know how to keep listeners satisfied when I whip out my microphone and their eyes get wide. They're always in the mood for some free plays. Oh, listeners just want to hear horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh, listeners just want to hear horseshoes and hand grenades. They don't want to hear me do that ever again. Episode 419, March 29th, 2018. Furry Tree Ninjas. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings you the latest and greatest and odd and crazy news from all over the planet. I am your host, Steven, joined as always by the incredible, the amazing, the news reader herself with the glasses on, making her look smarter than usual, Smashy. Yes, that's right. We're here to bring you the greatest in news that you've ever heard. We've got stories that are going to rock your socks. They're not just going to rock your socks, they're going to rock your feet and your bones. They're going to rock you down to your core. We're going to look you straight in the eyes and say, beautiful news is coming straight to you. Except we're not looking you in the eyes because we've only got access to your ear holes and we're going to abuse them in a good way. You're going to like it. I promise. Hi. How are you doing, Smash? Are you doing okay today?
I just found out that people pay for YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube Red.
I just thought that was porn. Like, I thought they were trying to push porn on me because...
Yeah, I kind of feel like YouTube didn't think that one through because there is a website related to more breast showing along with wieners and the juncture at which they... You
said enter when referring to
yeah,
RedTube. Yes.
Yes, RedTube. Don't go there, kids. I'm telling you. But it's a website, and YouTube Red and RedTube are awfully close to each other in typing proximity. So that was a bad move. YouTube could have just called it YouTube Premium, YouTube Plus,
YouTubeformoney.com.
YouTube for dollars.
YouTube can watch ads without the video at YouTube. I like what? So you pay $120. I just math $120 a year for ad-free YouTube.
That's $10 a month.
That's
that.
Yeah. I'll just watch the ads.
That's like $60 for 6 months.
Well, what's Google
YouTube
Music? You pay for how much is Google Music? This is not an ad for Google, but it's becoming.
Isn't Google Music just like a thing that you have?
Mars says he pays for it, and then he gets YouTube Red porn for free.
YouTube, you porn Red porn.
Okay, so it's a cent cheaper for the music. So this is I tried Amazon Music when it first came out, and that was a mistake for me because there's no such thing as Ashley Music on Amazon. They don't acknowledge that genre exists.
Oh, it's a giant piece of crap.
Every song I searched for was like, what?
Yeah, they're looking at you going, what? And their interface is terrible. Like, the web interface is bull crap, and they don't have a Linux client, which is really important to me since I spend 8 hours a day on Linux. This isn't a tech show, but I'm just saying, like, I need to be able, and they're like, you can try to run it with Wine, which is an emulator, but it's not, because it stands for Wine is not an emulator. And you could use that, and you could run Amazon Music. And I tried that, and it was like, hi, we're Amazon Music, and it just stayed there, frozen in time. And I was like, I can't interact with this software.
So I think Jacob uses Amazon Music, but I think he does it for classical, which is, I mean, I can see that.
They do good classical. They do good. Yeah, you do good classical. You know, Pandora probably does good classical too.
I have not been on. I don't even remember my login for Pandora because I switched to Spotify. I feel like Pandora shows like more diverse things, but Spotify has worked better the last several years for me.
Pandora is really good. It's a really good audio scrobbler. You know, like if I put in Frank Sinatra, it will pretty much nail the type of music I want to listen to.
Yes.
Where Spotify does not do that as well.
It's not as diverse. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't bounce around. Like I can get some really amazing stuff out of Pandora. And really, if you're a nerd, there's an app called Piano Bar that you can download and you can circumvent the ads without paying for Pandora because it just reloads the playlist every 4 songs.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's an amazing command line thing, and it makes me really happy because I'm like, Piano Bar, Frank Sinatra, and it will just go for days. And really? I will never hear a commercial. That's the
one thing Spotify drives me nuts because, like, if you listen to the 4-minute ad for the 30 minutes of ad-free music and it glitches, then it restarts you. Or like if you close out of the app, it'll restart with an ad. I'm like, I don't want to. And when you're working out, you don't want to listen to like baking soda advertisements.
New Tide, soft on clothes, hard on stomachs. Don't eat this. That's their new thing. Yeah, no, I actually pay for Spotify. I've been a paid for Spotify user for a long, long time because you get the full CD quality, like the really good quality music. Okay, CD quality, 320K kbps is kbits, and that's pretty good. You know, that works out, and it sounds good, and there's no commercials, and I'm happy. And I haven't bought an album for years.
Oh yeah, see that's the thing. Like I ended up buying Imagine Dragons right before I went to the concert years ago, and it was here actually. And
really? Did I go that with you? No, that we went to the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, but Imagine Dragons was there.
They weren't there. The sale guy, AWOL Nation, was there.
Oh, that's right. I went to Imagine Dragons was at in Charlotte.
Yeah,
with the really cool pink elephant people, where the dude like got naked and was so high, but his music was amazing.
Isn't that Pink Floyd who does that?
I don't know. It was some sort of pink elephant. I don't know. I never looked it up again because I got really drunk. But
that's why you saw the pink elephant. You were drunk. There was no pink elephant. There was no pink elephant there. That's a thing. That was in a cartoon once, back when cartoons could get drunk and smoke cigars.
I mean, I feel like cartoons are made for, well, no, you have a son. I've seen their cartoons.
Well, yeah, they're cartoons. I'm talking about like 1940s Looney Tunes and stuff. Like
gosh, the last unicorn and like those were some trippy ass. Like the 70s where they did LSD and then they drew.
Oh, like The Hobbit?
Yes.
Like The Hobbit's is creepy as all
those
get
are
out.
some LSD induced cartoons.
What are you doing? Stephanie can't get me. You tried to get her to get me with the thing.
No, wait. Just submit to it, Steven. Just
no,
submit.
I won't.
Please, Stephanie, do it. I'm going to call her.
You can come to. Okay, I'll let her do it. Okay, for
guys,
the audio
you
listeners.
don't even understand.
This is great. This is
so
great
amazing.
radio.
Like
Hit me.
Stephanie and I had a girls' day yesterday, and girls' evening after Sam went to bed, and like I put a honey mask on her face. And I brought this over so I could give her a head massage with this, like,
so bad.
And this is Steven's reaction.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I can't not laugh. Okay, for audio listeners, you just heard me giggle like a small chipmunk. It's this like...
It's just the scalp. It's like a $5 scalp massager. It's like these little wires with
they had little rubber butts on the end of them.
It's just supposed to relax you, but in Steven, it short circuits his brain.
So messed up.
A puddle of goo.
It gets me so bad. So bad. Like Sam was using it on my head tonight. I was rolling around like a crazy person. Like I could not. I've never laughed so hard in my life. It's kind of fun. It's a real good stress relief. Like even if it doesn't feel good on my head, like laughing that hard is really good for you.
So awesome.
I was like, what is she coming into the room for? Like she could come in, but like why? So it's fun, but yes, you do have to remove your headgear. What is he? What are you yelling about to Jacob?
I don't know. Somebody just.
He's laughing really hard. Uh-oh. Somebody's breaking into the house. The ghosts are coming.
I just yelled at a neighbor and not Jacob. Someone yelled outside. I'm like, what?
What? Oh my gosh, that was wonderful. So hey, welcome to Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, a show where we talk about doing the news but don't actually do any.
Yay!
I actually have to write down. I keep track of when we have long lulls and there's a problem. So that happened
like when
at
I yell?
9 minutes and 50 seconds ish.
I need to move out to the middle of nowhere where I don't live beside anybody.
We both need to we need to get a studio, like a real studio, like somewhere where we can just shout and occasionally have people in that can just fight each other in the background like UFC. And then we can just do our show and there'll be people like knocking each other out behind us.
I want to knock people out.
My mama said knock you out.
Mama. Yeah, I see your mama.
We should do a factoid. Hey, man, a world record for the longest conga dance line was set by 119,986 people in Miami in 1988. Holy balls. I feel like that was during a Gloria Estefan show. Like, that seems like a... like.
What does she sing?
Come on, baby, won't you do that conga any longer. She does that song. And she did that song with the NSYNC back in like 2001, where she was like, music is the best. And they were like, we can dance. Do, 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 do. And there was a piano. You don't remember that? You weren't watching Total Request Live back then? Is that still a thing? Do people watch Total Request Live? TRL?
I don't feel like people have TV anymore.
Dude, they don't. What does MTV do? Like, does MTV... Are they a thing still?
Like, my television hosts Netflix, the Olympics, and video games.
I think the only people with TV are, like, older people that don't know that they can live without it. Yeah, but Tom Brokaw's not even on TV anymore. Like, all the old school journalists are gone. Now it's just a bunch of mouth flapping weirdos. I'll tell you about my guns and stuff, and Trump peed on a hippie yesterday, and there was a sandwich and somebody porn star law legal business, and you're like, yeah, all those things. I just didn't make any sense, but that's what I hear on TV.
I can't do it. We hooked up the satellite so we could watch the Olympics, and like when we turn on the television, instead of going straight to the black screen of awesome where it's like waiting for your console to come on, it'll play television, and I'm just like, no. I think what was the entertainment? Like they were talking about Stormy Daniels.
Oh, Entertainment Tonight, maybe? Inside Edition.
What? I don't know.
They love talking about porn stars.
No, it was Cooper Anderson Cooper. That
60 Minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was like, just Stormy Daniels with the boobies. And I'm like,
I bet her video sales have skyrocketed.
Apparently that's why she said,
gotta make that money, baby.
Yeah, so they're like, I guess Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper. I like that you call him Cooper. So basically, the last 2 minutes of you speaking has had so many erroneous things that it's just tickled me to death inside my brain. Like, we hook up the satellite, because you and Stephanie both refer to the antenna as a satellite, which makes me so happy. That's what I hear. I just don't think the satellite's working. It's not, because it's not a satellite. It's an antenna, but it's fine. It's fine. And then you're like Cooper Anderson, and you're talking about
I don't know these things about the television.
It's just the greatest thing ever. The greatest thing ever. Stormy Daniels looks like one of those porn stars that was around when it was all about how big your boobs could be.
All about those boobs.
And then, like, according
naturals.
Then, like, so I watched this thing years ago. It was an MTV show, and it was like, no. It was an MTV show, like, I want to be a thing. You know, like, you could be a rock star or a whatever. And
yes.
And it was a girl who wanted to be in Playboy. So it was like My Life or You Don't Know Who I Am or whatever. I can't remember what the name of the show was. But sounds
like MTV.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. So she got breast implants. So she had these massive boobs, and she went to Playboy, and they're like, "Yeah, we might put you in our once a year like voluptuous women magazine, but men aren't really into that anymore. They're looking for girl next door." So she had put in all this effort to get huge boobs, and then they're like, "Yeah, dudes don't like big boobs anymore. They're really into more normal looking people."
Lies.
No, I was like, yeah, normal looking. I mean, I like, it's fine. You know, I'm just, too big is too big. I take the quote from Weird Science. More than a handful is just too much. You know, like that's what the guys in Weird Science figured out. And they're probably right.
I don't know. Like,
you tell me what you would prefer in someone else's chest.
That's
what is your taste? What does Ashley want in a woman?
No, I feel like you look how you look. Like, unless you have some horribly disfiguring like thing that mentally causes you anguish, or if you're just like plastic surgery. So like if you want to do it because you want to do it and you don't have like a mental disorder attached to it, then who gives a shit? Go do it. If you want to do it because you feel pressured to, or like you're made to feel crappy about yourself, like then I'm just like,
there's a feeling bad about yourself versus like I have a growth on my inner nose or something. Like if you've got like a This is
what plastic surgery lands you. A massive chink of bone missing out of your nose because the plastic surgeon decided that you looked too Native American and wanted to slim down the profile of your nose, and then goes, oh, shit cans. I literally shattered her nose, and instead of freaking fixing it like an effing plastic surgeon while you're in my face, while it's flayed open on the table, when it could have done the best and been easiest for me, I come out of surgery and the swelling hides it. He's like, yeah, I was gonna, I shaved that bump down, which I told him not to do because I like being Native American. And he did it anyway, and he shattered my face.
And then when you woke up, you were like, my mouth can dance, and you ate too much blueberry yogurt and threw up all over my Watchmen comic.
I can't do, like, ox thing. I will die.
Ashley was you were pretty much down. And to be clear, you weren't having a nose job as celebrities would have a nose job. No. You had a septum hole you were trying to get fixed.
I could literally stick my finger through my nose.
You were like,
I would stick Q-tips through there and dental floss.
You were like a witch doctor without the bone through your nose. You would have been like a dream, because you'd be like, hey, I want to be a witch doctor. They'd be like, well, do we have to pierce her septum? Be like, no, that's cool. I'll just put the bone right through here.
It was like where I would screw with it. Like I kept making it worse, but I was like 13, so of course I'm gonna stick shit through my nose. So like my nose was like little piece right here was going like it was just collapsing in on itself because there wasn't any cartilage there to support it.
Yeah, and then you got accused of being a coke addict.
Yes. Oh my god, that one time I walked into the doctor's office and like he's like, "Well, do you do drugs?" No.
People who do drugs have cocaine holes in their nose.
No. Yeah, do you do drugs? No. Like, what other symptom do you see in me that makes me look like a drug addict to the point where my nose would have eroded away at the age of 13?
To be fair, you were from Southern West Virginia, but even then, no one in Southern West Virginia could afford coke.
Right? Like, oh my god! Like, where am I gonna get my hands on cocaine? You flaming dickhole! If I could get my hands on several doctors in that shithole state, I would torture them to within an inch of their life, give them antibiotics, nurse them back to health, and then do it again for like 9 years.
Yeah. That's sounds, hey, I think your gallbladder thing might not be a gallbladder. You probably just got bad gas.
Like you don't need enough fiber.
You need to fart more. If you could just do
shit
that
on his desk and then walked out.
You want to go home stupid, or you want to go home stupid, or
I've sworn a lot in the last few minutes.
I really miss this. Those doctors. I tell you what.
You son of a bitch.
I'm normally not this bad. Like I normally try to keep the swear jar down, but I think I met my quota in the last 2 minutes.
Not today. Orange snow baffles Eastern Europeans. It never baffled me. When I see orange snow, I'm like, snow cone time. Let's go to town.
Who's the Griffin of H? Griffin of Walkers?
Thank you, Griffin, for joining the Legion, man. We're glad to have you. We're glad to have everybody who joins the Legion. Thank you guys so much. Oh, speaking of Legion of dorks and people that we care about, next week, got a couple big things. And I'm going to tell you this before we get into the news, so if you decide not to listen to the show anymore, you at least know you have something to look forward to. Next week, Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m., we are starting our live D&D Twitch stream.
Yay!
You're going to have me DMing a Pathfinder game with Ashley, Jacob, Zafo, Kelly, and Sub joining in as the characters.
I'm going to be a rogue.
as the cast of characters that will be dealing with much political intrigue and bluffing and intimidation and all kinds of fun role-playing awesome sauce. So look forward to that. And then Thursday on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, we'll be having Meg Halfdahl, and a famous author that Kelly introduced us to on the show, to interview her about her latest book, which we're very excited about. So it's going to be awesome, and we're excited. And VAR, you can totally sign up for the next one. We just only had room for 5, and they'd already decided they wanted to do it when they all grouped together in a giant mass and told me that that's what we're doing now. Hey, Steven, we're doing D&D on your Adventures of Steven Night.
I just love that Sub chose the name Crun. I feel like he was just flipping him off.
It's the best. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. Hope you can join us. And now, back to the news. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a good one for that. I got a good one. Here we go. No, the photos and videos haven't been edited by the latest Instagram filter or otherwise digitally manipulated. Orange-tinted snow did blanket parts of Eastern Europe on Friday and over the weekend, creating eerie post-apocalyptic scenes and baffling people in countries such as Russia, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Romania, and Moldova, all soon to be known as Russia.
I don't have the notes up.
Then you don't know
All
what
soon to be known as Russia.
Won't be long. When you have hyperspace missiles, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Documentation of the strange snow appeared all over social media, with some making jokes about skiing on Mars. While orange snow seems unearthly, meteorologists said the phenomenon occurs about every 5 years, and that this instance was caused by sand from storms in the Sahara mixing with snow and rain.
Oh, that's so
super cool. That's like Sharknado, but less deadly.
Sharknado, but less deadly.
You know? Unlike past... Well, what the crap? What was that? What did you do?
I made it too big.
That's what she said. Oh my God. Unlike past occurrences, however, the concentrations of sand are much higher this time, with people even complaining of getting it in their mouths. In Seattle, I keep saying Seattle. That is not what that word says. In a satellite image from NASA taken Friday, the dust was visible as a light brown streak staining the white clouds above Eastern Europe. Stephen Keats, a meteorologist with the United Kingdom's National Weather Service, told The Independent that sand can spread once it reaches the upper levels of the atmosphere. Looking at satellite imagery from NASA, it shows a lot of sand and dust in the atmosphere drifting across the Mediterranean, Keats said. When it rains or snows, it drags down whatever's up there, if there is sand in the atmosphere. I hate sand. It's dirty and it gets everywhere. It's not smooth like here.
Oh my God.
Quietly rubs Padme's shoulder. I am awesome. Have I told you yet about my virgin birth and my high midichlorian count?
Why did someone not go, sir? You've changed my childhood. You've changed sci-fi fantasy for many generations to come. But this dialogue is not only a steaming pile of horse shit. Sure, I have a button for that.
I actually do. Hold on. I can find it quickly because I can search things. Here we go.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
What is worse than a steaming pile? I mean, well, worse crap is vegetarian.
Cow poop's a little bit stinkier.
Yeah, it's floppier.
T-Rex or T-Rex poop would probably be the worst if you had to pick a poop that you wanted something to.
Triceratops.
No, they're plant eaters too.
But they're big piles.
They're big piles, but I mean T-Rex has got to have big piles. It's got like chicken bones and crap in it too.
Ew.
You know?
Chicken.
Oh, that would hurt coming out.
That'd be like a prehistoric chicken eating a chicken. You swim in whale poop every time you go to the ocean, which was something I really had to get over as a child.
Goat poop.
Wait,
it's like little beads.
Pellets. Yeah,
like
it's
bunnies.
like rabbit, but it's like anything with those weird eyeballs.
Because goats have those square pupils.
Those creepy. Stephanie and I were watching the creepiest movie last night. Steven wouldn't watch it with us.
No, I don't watch scary movies with you people. You people.
Yeah, vegetarians have less stinky poop.
Do they really have less stinky poop?
Okay, so do you remember when we would like go on trips with a couple of our meat-eating friends that always smelled nasty because all they did was like hork down meat and pump iron?
Meat-eating friends. I'm trying to think of who would have eaten meat with you.
So think of a ski trip that we went on.
Oh yeah, those people. And one of them was a meater.
Yeah.
He's a meat eater.
And then a couple people that used to come over to your house and do a podcast.
Oh
lawyer
yeah,
now.
I remember that. That was some business there.
Like
They probably listen. It's fine. They're doing well for themselves now. Bet it got more famous podcasts than we do. They started in my house. Not bitter.
Does he do that by himself now?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't think it's he doesn't do a podcast anymore.
No, it's just a Twitter feed.
Just Twitter, yeah, like
Yeah.
Sports Ball.
Sports
By the
Ball
way,
Twitter
we're
feed.
talking about not SportsCenter, but so our buddy's a lawyer and SportsCenter sued him, and he's like, denied.
That was
And,
amazing.
yeah.
It was
So if you're into Sports
amazing.
Ball at all, it's very clever. Follow if you do Twitter, follow not SportsCenter.
ESPN was like, we're going to go after this little Twitter account called Not SportsCenter and this website called Not SportsCenter because they're calling themselves SportsCenter. And he argued that he is literally doing everything possible to make sure that people know he's not SportsCenter, namely by calling his website and Twitter feed Not SportsCenter and
Yep.
labeling it as not affiliated with Disney, ABC, ESPN, whatever. And they're like, we're going to sue you. And he's like, no, I'm a tiny little lawyer from Florida, but I know how to do things. I'll write this out. And he wins. And it was a fantastic story. But anyway,
it made us all happy.
once again, congratulations to Will for his success in that endeavor. But that was fun. So Orange Snow, it's a thing. It's coming at you. It's coming to a theater near you. Roland Emmerich has already got the rights to the story. There will probably be an alien, an explosion, some military guy doing something he's not supposed to do.
You just piqued all of my interest because you said aliens and explosions in the same sentence.
Yeah, it's not real. I'm making all this up. But I'm sure that somewhere out there's a script about orange snow, which is actually acid that melts people. Oh, that would be cool. Like snow that melted people instead of people that melted snow.
But I was so excited about the aliens and the explosions. I was like,
Well,
oh, there's another movie that I will like.
It doesn't. I mean, we could make it if you really want. Like that's what you do when there's something cool that you want to make, you want to see, and no one's making
Coleman,
it. You make
we
it.
need you.
Yeah, Coleman, can you make a movie about people, snow that melts people and their aliens and stuff? That'd be cool. We could call it Dropping Acid. That's a great title for it, Var.
Oh my God.
That's such a good idea. In the meantime, we'll read some small town news.
Wow. Oh, this is so bad. Jury botches form. Clerk mistakenly announces death sentence. Whoops. A clerk mistakenly read the wrong verdict to a convict during a murder trial in Clearwater, Florida, which led officials to question what went wrong. I thought that said Marco Polo because it's Marco Parilla.
Marco Polo's a good name for him, though.
Parilla, who was on trial for the shooting death, dear Lord, this is bad, of an officer, received a death sentence announcement due to a misstep by the jury. The clerk incorrectly issued the sentence instead of the correct life in prison verdict. It was changed minutes after jurors realized they checked off the wrong option on the sentencing form.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? You're like, what we meant to say was we're gonna give you a life sentence. What we said was we're going to take your life. Those are really close on the form. It's very difficult.
The 3-page verdict form had a yes and a no option for the following statement. We, the jury, unanimously find that Marco Polo should be sentenced to death. According to a copy of the sheet obtained by the blah, 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 all jurors reportedly checked the yes box.
Oh my gosh.
That's
To be a
that
juror.
doesn't sound like a mistake. That sounds like somebody either can't read or somebody was real mad.
That's 6 people who all said yes. Or 12, I guess 12 people, right? Because aren't there 12?
Yeah, 10 of the jurors were reportedly in favor of the death sentence, while 2 wanted life in prison. Instructions indicate that the jury must write their total votes if they pick no. The jury foreman reportedly filled in the blanks with 2 for life and 10 for death. It's unclear how the error occurred. Florida law states that jurors must reach a unanimous decision. That's fairly common to institute death penalty. Oh my gosh. The dude's attorney said that if jurors hadn't recognized the mistake, his client would have received the death penalty. I mean, I don't know anything about this case.
No, I mean, we're not.
Got shot.
We're not legal people. I mean,
sucks.
Ashley's the closest thing we've got to a legal person.
I didn't
in
make
my
it a criminal
circle.
law.
You made it a little while though, so you know more than we do. But man, the death penalty though, like they're giving the guy life in prison. When you give somebody the death penalty, don't they most of the time sit for 50 years anyway until
Yeah, there is no swift
they
justice.
they go take a dirt nap after that 50 years. And even then, in 50 years, it might not even have a death penalty. There could be a federally instated no death penalty thing.
That is very true.
So it's not like they were going to be like, well, death penalty, wheel him out back and go ahead and take care of business like they did.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been like that's so the sucky thing about our government is the forms that are really awful and a pain in the ass, and none of them are clear.
No.
I mean, that seemed pretty clear, though. I don't understand.
It's probably like a weird, you know how it could have been printed in the squares or a little below the question, but almost look like they're part of the other question. It's like those forms. Stop beeping. You're ruining my show. Big
That
piece
was
of
me.
junk. Huh? No, that's me. That's both of us, really, but it's me that's causing the problem. It's like those forms where it's the boxes and the name of what you write in the box is like below it instead of above it, but there's a thing above it, so you go ahead and write there, and then you realize when you get to the bottom that you've been writing one field off for the entire form, and you're like, dag nabbit, I gotta print it again.
How
You
about
guys know
this?
what I'm talking
I was
about.
filling out the renew passport form yesterday because I had to change my address, and I put Stephanie as my emergency contact and yada 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 yada, and I used whiteout on it.
Oh, you can't do that.
Can you not?
No, they're gonna send it back.
Okay, well I haven't mailed it in yet. So
Oh,
I'm
okay. Well, yeah, just print another one. You can print those off the internet. Yeah,
We have a printer, I guess.
yeah. You should just print one. That's easy.
I'll
That's a
just
piece
come to
of
your
cake.
house and print one. I'm that person.
I can hook you up with printed forms. That's what I do.
Yay!
You need a form 1080p and a form 1928.
I actually wondered about that because there's nowhere that says that you can't do that, but I'm just like, this is all completely filled out. I just need to change my address.
Yeah, generally they won't let you. They won't let you do the whiteout thing because it could have been anybody that whited it out between you and the destination.
That's
So it
very
has to be
true.
originally. Like I almost did that on a form to get mine renewed in a hurry because I had to I had to pay a lot of money, but luckily work did it.
Oh.
But it was like I had to go through this organization that would take it to a passport office on your behalf because there's only like 15 or something in the entire country that can
Yeah.
like hand you a passport like right then. So I filled out all this information and I was like gonna white it out and noticed like do not white this out or it will not get through. And I was like, oh crap, just go print
I
another
wonder
one.
if it says that and I just completely ignored it because it was like 3 pages of bull crap.
It was so cool though, man. Like I put all this big old packet of paper in a thing with my old passport and sent it to Washington. And they were like, we go down to the office with an appointment and we hand the stuff over. They give us a passport. We mail it back to you. So it's the best job. Like it's the best idea ever for getting a business. Like $600 and we will take your passport to the passport office for you and send it back. That is literally all they have to do is walk your papers to the window and take the new passport and mail it back to you. And they make
Why does
butt
the passport?
tons
Like, why
of
can't
money.
you do that? Like, can't you just mail it to the passport agency?
No, that's not. You can't. You have to show up in person. If you're gonna do it like super fast like that, like you need it within 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go to a passport office if you want to go yourself, but the closest one's in DC, and I'm not going there.
Oh, F that. Okay. No, I understand.
I got
or
the
you
thing
just
back
need
in,
to
like-
know somebody.
I got it back in like 7 days, I think, which
Oh,
is
wow.
unheard of. But I needed it because I was about to go to the Czech Republic, and I needed to be able to go.
Yeah.
And they apparently it's required to have this booklet when you go to another country. It's amazing.
Yeah. Because I went and had a passport photo taken at the post office, which is just I hate government pictures. Granted, I've looked the same in all of them except my hair color has changed dramatically in every picture, but it's the same exact picture with different hair.
I look like a meth head in my latest one.
Do you really?
I look pretty like
Did it make you take your hat off?
Oh yeah, so my hat was off, but I've been wearing it all day. So I had this red stripe across my forehead, and then my eyes were all dark because I have dark eyes anyway. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, oh, I'm going to Czech Republic, pick up some goods. You know what I mean? Like that's what it looked like. It was bad. I just threw away my old my passport pictures because they gave me that little like 3 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
I just tossed him because I don't ever want to look at that guy again. I like the animated guy. Any still frame of me is a big pile of garbage. But if you have me in motion,
I feel the same way. Like, I'm okay with myself in like moving videos, but if somebody takes a picture, I'm just like,
oh, I always look high. I've always got one eye that's a little squintier than the other.
me too. And then like my nose is crooked on this side, so like depending on which side like the picture's taken, I either look okay or I look like I've been in a wreck.
Yes, it's terrible. Like I have, like when I smile, one of my eyes goes up more than the other one because it's a trait. Everyone on my mom's side of the family like has that one eye goes up like that, and
My
it's
dad's.
and I'm like, hey everybody, I'm like look like a pirate or like a drunk something.
Well, it's just like when I smile, my eyes get really so like, and I laugh all the time. So I like when I'm taking pictures, I'm constantly like all mouth.
I just want to be able to take a picture like Sam. Anytime you aim a camera at Sam, he makes the cheesiest smile, like smiles with his mouth, his lips together.
Closes his eyes, and he goes like this.
Oh, he's so funny. He's so
love that
great.
kid.
Oh, News Bear Left Untold. See, Griffin agrees. Everybody looks silly freeze framed.
Shouldn't
You meet those people that are like, they immediately go into model pose, like anytime you get a picture of them, it's like they know a camera is
oh my
present.
God, like they know exactly what. So there's one of my girls from church. She was in a grade older, so she's 13 or 14 this year. She is friggin' gorgeous, but every picture she takes looks like she stepped out of Vogue. Like, I don't understand. Like even in group pictures where she's not even looking at the but she never it's always the exact same face. So I don't know if she's practiced, but she's got that crap nailed down. And I'm just like, I am finding myself jealous of a 13-year-old right now.
You're going to get more jealous as the years go on because they're going to do some pretty awesome stuff. And you're going to be like, I'm too old for that. Like, I've got wrinkles in my head and stuff, and you look awesome. And then you're just going to have to find a way to be okay with being an old person.
I've had wrinkles since I was 13, though, because, I have the little things, right? Where it looks like I always thought, God gave me too much skin on my face, and he just, poked it up right here because I've had that. And then this line across my forehead I've had since I was 13. So I'm just don't care.
My grandpa was probably the wrinkliest person I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And I'm waiting to see if I either get his genes. I've got a lot more of my dad's looks, and my dad's mom was not wrinkled till she was 88 or something. It took a very long time for her to even appear to have a wrinkle. And I'm just hoping that it leans that way, I go towards his side because my grandpa, now granted, he worked outside his entire life in a log yard since he was 8 years old.
Wait, wasn't he a rum runner too?
A moonshiner. Yeah. He did the moonshine thing for a little while. Then
Subject, do you really have gray hair?
Oh, Sub, that's awesome. Like Steve Martin. I wanted to be a silver fox till all my hair fell out.
One of my buddies, he's had gray hair since high school too, but I mean, he had jet black. He's Polish, but I think it looks cool. Anderson Cooper can suck my left testicle.
I just want to look like George Clooney does. That man gets more attractive the older he gets.
He's got
it's really unfair.
Very traumatic brain injury from one of his movies that he did, leaking spinal fluid, where he's constantly in pain now.
What? Recent? George
No,
Clooney?
it was 2004.
That's forever ago.
Yeah, I know.
George Clooney.
He's some
brain.
days he thought about suicide and everything.
It's in The Guardian. Head injury drove Clooney to think of suicide. This is from 2005 though. Clooney brain
so I think
damage?
2004 was when he got because it was Syriana or.
Oh yeah. So is he? I mean, he hit his head when he got kicked over in a chair, bounced because not supported by. What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he said before the surgery, it was the most unbearable pain I've been through.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the accident, Clooney began trying to encourage his memory to return by doing repetitive counting exercises.
I couldn't do that because I can't count.
Wow. Yeah, so I guess I don't know if he's good, bad. This is all from 2005. This isn't recent. He's an advocate for TBI recovery. That's traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
Huh.
I read that and he was in a movie or something, and I ended up like I scroll through the trivia in IMDb every once in a while I'm watching movies because I'll see an actor. I'm like, who is that? And then I get stuck on like the Wikipedia link.
Oh yeah.
Scene.
Yeah, you just keep clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you, Var.
So apparently he's better now. He went to a doctor and they found out that he had spinal fluid leaking out of his nose.
Oh my lord.
And they put
like, that's...
Oh gosh, yeah, that's not a good thing. Like spinal fluid should be in the spine. Like that should never find its way out your nose. Oh wow, this is amazing. Well, that's cool. He's also apparently a really like philanthropic he's a philanthropist. He philanthropizes. That's a fun word to make up. Hey, we should talk about brain surgery, for instance, in this News Better Left Untold story that has nothing to do with George Clooney. But it's fascinating that we covered brain surgery, and this is a thing.
Wait, is it really?
Oh, yeah. Woman plays flute while undergoing brain surgery. Doctors at a Houston hospital, hey, that's where some of our friends are from, shared a video of a woman playing the flute while on the operating table during a brain surgery procedure. Fun fact, this is often something they do with brain surgeries. You generally have brain surgeries awake.
I knew that.
Yeah, because your brain doesn't have any nerve endings, so they just have to deaden the part where they open your head.
Oh.
And then they can poke your brain all they want, and your brain's like, whatevs, I don't care. The Texas Medical Center says Anna Henry, 63, was undergoing a procedure known as deep brain stimulation. I wonder if they use one of these head things on your brain. That would feel nice, you know? Like,
oh my
just poke
god,
it.
Steven, no.
She had this done in hopes of treating a condition known as essential tremor, which caused Henry's hands to shake and prevented her from doing activities, including eating soup with a spoon and playing her beloved instrument. I like how they clarify eating soup with a spoon, like not a fork or a knife or sipping it from the bowl.
I feel like my mom wrote that article. It should have been eating soup with a spoon, Steven.
It's very specific. Oh yeah, you gotta have the spoon on the table. We're having macaroni and cheese, steak, and garlic bread. Well, I put a spoon on the table for the things that require spoons.
My mom has always set like a full table when you sit, like you've got the knife, fork, and the spoon. You've got I have not drank anything like water, anything while I've eaten. And how long? Like, when's the last time you saw me drink something while I eat? You
don't drink while you eat?
Oh my god.
So you don't, that's not a normal thing, and I've never paid attention to the fact that you are not drinking. Like I don't really pay attention to anybody when they're eating. I just listen to them chew.
I do not drink with food. I have not done that.
Why not?
Well, so
is this a hippie thing?
It can be. There's a thought that like it can slow down digestion and delete. But see, if you make food that has enough lubricant in it, you don't need to wash it down with a mouthful of water.
I don't wash it down. I just drink. I drink when I'm eating because something tastes like garbage, and I'm trying to just put some space between one bite to the next.
I do not. There's a lot of like a lot of the like Latin countries don't drink while they eat because it's hot AF and it takes up. You know, you don't eat a lot when it's hot, so water takes up space in your belly.
I feel like I need some clarity and research about this whole eating, drinking thing, because it sounds like nonsense. Like I could see, not water, but like you can fill up on soda, for instance, before your meal even gets to you if you're eating out. Or you can fill up on beer. But water seems like something that your body would be like, oh, cool, water. I'm made of that. I think I can handle it.
Yeah, but it still takes up space until it's dealt with.
Oh, yeah, but it gets dealt with crazy fast. Water's like gone. You know, it's like passing through you. It's already working its way into the next turd. It doesn't even need...
Kelly doesn't drink while she eats either. It's a thing.
This is fascinating to me. We'll have to explore this more. But first, back to the story. Doctors said the procedure involves implanting tiny electrodes in the brain that deliver a constant electric current. They said the science behind the procedure works is still being studied, but has been found to be effective for treating symptoms of conditions including essential tremor and Parkinson's disease. So we don't know why this works, but we're going to do it because it does work. There's all the IUDs for birth control are the same way. We're going to put this plastic stick up your uterus.
Copper.
We don't know why it works.
Here's some copper.
It's copper. We're gonna put it up there, and you're not gonna get pregnant, and we don't know why, but okay. They said something to do with irritating the lining of your organ, and which I think is probably a bad idea because isn't like irritating lining of anything what causes tumors to form? Like
Jacob said that they're working on male birth control, which I'm really excited about. That isn't a condom.
No, it's a pill. The things I've read about it, it's a pill that coats the little swimmers there, your sperm, in a bubble that doesn't let them do what they need to do. Like they can't get where they're trying to go. Like they're like, blah, blah,
oh my
blah.
God! You make little scuba divers out of the spermies. That should be a video game.
You put them in little helmets, and they're like, what the crap? I can't get into the house I'm trying to get into. This sucks. Anybody got a key? And they're all like, no, and they're freaking out. And then they just die in there.
It's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like I would much rather guys take birth control that coats their sperm than girls having to F up their hormones.
Well, because we just make more. We make like 3 million sperm a second if you've got a high functioning working testicle. You know?
If your nuts work, you got lots of sperms.
But given that men's sperm count has dropped on average of 40% since the 70s overall, that's also kind of a terrifying thing. So we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, but also having sex without getting pregnant is fun.
Fun is exactly why you would do it, but not till you're married. Kids. See what I did there? You do. We're not worried about you, Ashley. You're a lost cause. It's over. We gave up on you long ago. The surgeons had Henry bring her flute, an instrument she's practiced since she was 11 but had to give up in recent years due to her shaking hands. They shared a video of her playing the instrument during the procedure to test if the electric current was helping. Deep brain stimulation works amazingly well, said Henry's neurologist Maya Scheiss of the Meisher Neuroscience Institute at Memorial Hermann Texas Medical Center and UT Health. That's a long name for a place. If you have a tremor that is truly interfering with hand function, lifestyle, head, or voice, honestly, there isn't a medicine out there that's going to really put you in a better state. Well, that's cool. That's very fascinating. You know, when they are doing surgery on certain parts of your brain, they'll like poke it. Like I remember seeing this one deal where this lady was having surgery on her brain, like near her language centers or something, facial recognition, and they would put pictures on the screen. They'd be like, just tell us every time the picture changes what you see. And she's like, I see an apple, and then they put a picture of a horse. She's like, some kind of, I don't know what that is. Like it would be, and they'd be like, okay. Then they'd mark that. They'd put a little piece of paper, like a little medical grade paper, on her brain in that spot that they were poking to go, okay, well, this is important. And then it was crazy. They would do all these little things, and then they'd finally figure out, like, they'd mapped the section of the brain they needed to work on to know, like, what they were going to potentially interfere with. So, like, and they'd done the same thing with bilingual people. They could poke parts of their brain. They'd be like, we want you to always give us the answers in English. And they would like poke her brain, and she would occasionally give Spanish answers because they would like deactivate the English portion.
Oh, that's so cool.
So freaking interesting. We don't understand a darn thing about the human brain. No freaking clue.
Did you I just wiggled the camera again. Did you see the one they did on a lady that had schizophrenia?
No. That's interesting.
Brain. So they did two different people. One of the ladies had schizophrenia, and then one of the ladies, I don't know why you would volunteer to have your head cut open. They must have given her an exorbitant amount of money.
Especially if you're schizophrenic. That seems like the opposite of something you'd be cool with.
Well, the one with like nothing. They just did it on like a normal person. But they like compared the brains, and like the lady that did not have the schizophrenia, they could make her have schizophrenic symptoms by activating certain parts of her brain, because the woman that had schizophrenia, like her brain literally fed her information that there was somebody in the room with her, or that she could literally hear things. Like it was an audible sound to her.
Oh, wow.
Because certain parts of her brain were being highlighted at certain times. So the woman with the normal brain, they had her playing cards. And so they went to the parts of the brain that they knew triggered schizophrenia, and they started poking them. And so as they got closer to that spot, this creeps me out every time I tell it, but the woman was playing cards with the male nurse, and they're like, just tell us what you see. And so the woman was playing cards, and she said, there's someone standing in the corner of the room. And everybody's like, oh shit, okay. I was telling this because I just watched a scary movie. And then like the more they prodded that area, like the more that person that wasn't there began interacting with her. He began speaking to her, and then he began being violent. He wanted to take her cards away. He wanted to hurt her. He wanted her to hurt other people. But these were just by poking a normal person's brain. These were the signals she was being fed.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that creepy?
Our brains are so weird.
Yes.
we are at the mercy of the nerves in our head. Like, you know, of the synapses and the things. Like one thing misfires and you're like, whoop, I fell down the stairs. I mean, like, it's crazy. Our brains are crazy. We are crazy. Have you heard that thing where it's like we are all on the edge of nuts? Like, you know, when you're driving down the highway, you're driving in your car, you're driving 70 miles an hour.
Driving around in my automobile.
So you're driving and you're like, hey, look, a motorcycle. I bet I could just like go whack them and like they'd be gone. And your brain does that and you're like, that's terrible. Like, why would I think that? That's awful. Or like if you pick up a knife and you just imagine yourself like just stabbing somebody with it. Like, you know, you're not going to do that, but your brain kind of goes.
It's so good that you have also thought these things, because
everyone has. Everyone has.
Yeah.
Stephanie
I mean, we're making
talked
fun
about
of the
it before.
school we went to when we were in high school, but I was pretty sure that I was going to be a serial killer if I didn't go to the Christian school.
Yeah, that's probably true. You're right. But like your brain does that. We're just on the edge of crazy all the time. They said like
one bad day, man.
Hey, that's right. That's the Joker's thing, man.
One bad day away from being me.
One bad day sends you in one direction. The Joker went crazy pants. The Batman went also crazy pants.
Such a, like, there's just like no better relationship than the Batman Joker thing.
It really is probably. It's one of the coolest, most terrifying, weird stories.
So,
but
good,
it's so
bad.
fun to read, man. Like, it's so fascinating. I love that entire, like, that Batman and Philosophy book I had for a while. I think I might have tossed it. But it's so cool talking about like all of Batman's jacked up villains. Seriously got the best villains. Like Batman and Spider-Man, the two of them have the best, most memorable villains of any heroes out there. Like you sit there and you think, who's the Green Lantern's villain? I don't know, for Yellow Lantern, Red Lantern, the other colored lantern. But like
Batman was a Black Lantern once.
He was. That was cool.
And then I've got one that's a Batman Judge Dredd crossover, which was probably the coolest thing ever.
That is the most awesome thing I've ever heard. That'd be fun to read.
I'm trying to figure out, Griffin's talking about what was the Road Rage movie, late 90s. Did it was it a comedy or was it like dude loses his shit and just decides to kill everybody because his wife's banging somebody else?
The Road Rage movie. Wasn't
Hobo with the shotgun.
That was what was that? What's that dude's name? Rutger Hauer.
I don't know how you know that.
Rutger Hauer, because he's got a cool name. And he was the hobo with the shotgun. And he was the replicant at the end of Blade Runner. We watched Blade Runner 2049, by the way.
I need to see that. You need to see Red Sparrow.
Yeah, I do. That's at the theater. I'm going to have to wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
you guys can go, like, if you're okay watching nipples with other people.
Well, if I get a chance to go see a movie, I really kind of want to see Ready Player One.
I'm so terrified.
I've heard it's really good.
Really?
I like Spielberg, yeah, but I've also heard people are like, this is terrible because Gamergate. I read an article about that today, and I'm like, you are reading way too much into everything.
What's Gamergate?
I don't remember. Something about nerdy. I can't even begin to tell you. Maybe Sub knows. It's from like 3 years ago. Something was like anti-women games or some nonsense about trolls. I don't know. I'm not allowed to talk about it because all you do is get in trouble when you say it. Nobody explains it right, so every time you try to say it, it makes people get angry.
Call on some cause stuff's like
So,
Gamergate.
I know what a Gamergate is. Well, while you're looking up that, let's do a WTF. WTF.
You still haven't put that in there, and we're on 419.
It's never going in there, Ashley. I'm very sorry.
The Gamergate controversy concerns issues of sexism and progressivism in video game culture stemming from a harassment campaign conducted primarily through the use of hashtag Gamergate. Gamergate is used as a blanket term for the controversy as well as the harassment campaign and actions of those participating in it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Falling Down. I don't remember that movie. Does
Robert
Steven remember
Duvall and Michael Douglas. That was in the 90s.
I remember a Michael Douglas movie called The Game.
I remember The Game. Yeah, man.
Falling
Oh, this is by Joel Schumacher before he went and ruined Batman for everybody.
God.
That's great. Robert Duvall is one of my favorite people. Apparently, this is not a good movie, according to IMDb. I don't know. One of his
that's
daughters...
because-
On the day of his daughter's birthday, William D. Finns Foster is trying to get his estranged wife house to see his daughter. He has a breakdown and leaves his car in a traffic jam in Los Angeles and decides to walk. Along the way, events happen and things and stuff.
I vaguely remember that.
I don't remember it at all.
Well, we were tiny.
Yeah, I was 8 when this came out. I don't
vaguely
remember it all.
remember that.
I mean,
My
some of
parents
the people watching
watched-
this show weren't even alive.
Bullshit. Oh, you want to watch Aliens? Okay, you watch Aliens. It be good. You never sleep alone ever again. It's fine.
You're 3 years old. You old enough for Aliens. You turn it on. You turn on the Aliens. You watch the Death and Game Over Mans.
You want to see F-bomb on Skinemax? Okay, that's fine too.
But,
You'll
but-
never sleep again because you think something under your bed is going to face grab you? Yes.
oh,
Probably happen.
oh no, you need to turn corner. Jamie Lee Curtis dancing with boobies.
Oh my god. I really want to see Skyscraper because I swear it's going to be like those movies had a baby.
It might very well could be. It could be great. It's going to be awesome.
Dunkin' Donuts selling donut themed sneakers. What? No. Why? No.
I would buy them. Sounds great to me.
Why?
I love Dunkin'.
If America runs on Dunkin', then what better way? Oh, I'm gonna yawn because I stretched. It felt really good to underscore the tagline than sneakers themed around the. Wait, what was that a word?
Did you read that? Is that sentence really said? All I heard was words, but none of them sounded coherent.
No, I'm like my brain finally like I'll read and my brain will catch up, but if it doesn't at some point, I'm like, wait. If America runs on Dunkin's, then what better way to underscore the tagline than sneakers themed around the nationwide donut chain? They needed Kelly Colby to come in there and tell them that that was a shit sentence.
They didn't need that. They just needed anyone in 5th grade to come tell them that that was a crappy way of saying what they were going for.
You got some donuts. That apparently was some of the reasoning that led Dunkin' Donuts to team with Saucony.
I always called it Saucony.
Sauco, New York, the athletic shoe company to create donut-inspired sneakers. Are there pictures of this shit?
I'm gonna find them. You
Okay.
just you keep
every
reading.
pair comes decorated with pictures of sprinkles, coffee, and the Dunkin' Donuts logo. Oh my lord!
These
The
are
back of
stupid.
the heel features of pictures of a frosted donut, and the "Suck on Me" logo includes a coffee bean design. Why though?
They're fine. They don't really look like Dunkin' Donuts sneakers so much. They've done a
No,
really
they're
good
just-
job making it very subtle.
But I mean, if you're gonna get a donut sneaker, then get a donut sneaker.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I want my donut sneaker to have like a donut on the toe.
Otherwise, you're just like, here's your box of Dunkin' Donut. Like, I don't want someone that makes donuts making my shoes. Like, what about that makes you have confidence in their ability to support your arches?
I would really, but well, they're not making the shoe. They're getting Saucony, who is a very reputable shoe company, to make the shoe. They're just designing it after the donut. I would buy these if they weren't $110. Like, I have a $60 ceiling on shoes, and even that's pretty darn high.
Vibrams, man.
You know,
I actually need a new pair of Vibrams. Mine are dead.
I've got some really nice New Balance because I'm over 30, so New Balance shoes is where I live now because I go after comfort instead of style. I'm like, I'm gonna go buy some Chuck Taylors, and I walk around in them for a minute. I'm like, I am not 17 anymore.
Those
Chuck Taylors
those
are not
always
comfortable.
hurt. Like I couldn't. Those always were not good.
They were so cool. I like Chuck Taylors on girls better than on me. Like Stephanie wearing Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, she looks adorable in them.
She's
I
hot
look
stuff.
like a clown because my feet are big and Chucks make your feet look even bigger. So it's like, oh, I see you wear a size 12 tranny shoe. Let's add a couple inches to that for no apparent reason.
Oh yeah, I used to wear these red Chuck Taylors. They look like Ronald McDonald shoes because I wear a 13 in Chucks. So they were like ridiculous.
I remember that you would, like, I would come home and I would see those shoes at the front door and I'd be like, yes.
But they were so like I was such a punk rocker. I had those red shoes. I had Vans with flames on the side. I loved those. I
still have my Vans from high school.
I had the best rock band going to play a show outfit. Like I wore it anytime we went and played a show. It was like red Dickie shorts, my Flames Vans, and like this blue shirt with a bathroom symbol for men that said rock and roll or something like that.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was back in the day when like Blink was big, Blink-182 was big, and like you didn't have to like wear skinny jeans, have your keys hanging from a carabiner, and wear like the tightest flannel shirt you've ever had on. You could just be a dude who wore shorts and a t-shirt, and you could go play a punk rock show, and no one cared. Now, like, I would like to be a rock star. Guess I better gel my hair into some stupid thing and wear the tightest pants that would cutting off the circulation of my testicles.
I don't even wear pants that tight.
It really was 90s pop punk. I mean, that's what we were. We were 90s pop punk. So
I want to see. I have a big foot.
you have space alien toes too. Like you have space alien digits.
Now that I showed the internet my feet.
Thank you, Griffin, for coming and hanging out with you. We are so happy you joined us in our ridiculous tomfoolery.
Thank you, Griffin. You are awesome.
But you the best. So Dunkin' Donuts shoes, I would totally buy a pair.
No.
I would be very
I still
happy.
think that's stupid.
Well, you can think they're stupid.
Like,
I want
feel
some.
like shoes. So there, you should have two sets of shoes. You should have like workout shoes. Like I'm gonna go hiking. I'm gonna go do yoga. I'm gonna like work out, right? Like your workout shoes. And then you should have. I'm gonna go look like a sir/madam shoes. So like your high heels or your nice shoes. Like so, I need Vibrams and high heels, and those are what I have.
That's a good point. Like I have the dress shoes for work, and I have my running shoes or my New Balance for like walking around. You know,
You run like a freaking you are a gazelle.
I am a gazelle. Not lately. I switched. I bought some pants. Smash about 2 months ago.
Okay.
About 2 months ago, I was like, oh man, I'm on the track to lose some weight. This is great. Maybe 3 months ago. I was like, I'm doing so well. I'm going to go buy some pants to fit. So I bought a size down. I went from a 36 to a 34. I was like, I'm going to pull this off. This is great. You know what pants I'm wearing despite how uncomfortable they are right now? The 34s. I am like muffin topping it. The other day I tucked my t-shirt in because I was going to wear a shirt over top of it. Like a button down for something. I tucked my t-shirt into my pants. I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh my good Lord. I'm that guy that's tucking his t-shirt in and it's just flowing out over every edge of pants. It's ridiculous. I really need some help. I need a desperate change in my life. Like I don't do this whole like maybe you'll just pare it down. Like I am a cold turkey son of a gun. I'm like if it's gonna stop, it's gotta stop. Like, I gotta get out.
So there's an awesome like hit workout app. There's it's just 7-minute workout. Like that's the traditional one they use for guys. Like there's one for 7-minute women, which I don't understand what makes it for women.
I like 7-minute women if you know what I mean. 7-minute guys is a myth. Let's just be honest. minutes of meth.
For like 2.5.
It's like 2.5, and maybe 30 minutes later you're gonna get 6 minutes. That's about the best you're ever gonna do.
If someone wakes up,
If they don't pass out because
the first nap.
they fell asleep first. Hey, that's a biological thing. It's unfair. It releases
I don't understand why guys fall. Like, I get why women would fall asleep because the helmetless swimmers need to stay all up in there.
dudes are like, do. Oh, those chemicals in my brain, and I'm napping.
Like, snore. Well, let me just go pee the babies out.
Gross.
But do the thing with me. Like, I got done with my workout today. I'm like, I'm gonna die, and I can't do push-ups. I suck at push-ups.
Yeah, they're hard, but it's okay.
Stephanie said we're gonna do the military test.
Oh
Saturday.
yeah, she told me, she pitched that to me. So let's do it. I've got the guns ready.
I feel like I need to take tomorrow off so I can be rested for the military test on Saturday because I'm that competitive that I want to beat you, especially like the ab stuff.
I want to beat you. Like, I don't care if Stephanie I just need to beat you.
I just want to kick your ass.
Yeah, I just want to crush your soul. I want you to go, dang, Steven hasn't exercised in 6 years and he just owned my face.
Hate you so much.
That's what I want.
I like walked up to Steven and I flexed the other day. I'm like, Steven, feel my guns. And he was like, oh wow, yeah.
No, I didn't. I really am proud of your guns.
Douche.
I'm just going to crush you. Because why don't we work out together? Because we would pass out and die. We would just give up.
Well, because I work out right before I end my fasting because I can't, like, if I drank a smoothie, I would need like 2 hours for that shit to digest. And then I would work out and then I wouldn't eat. I would basically live off a smoothie a day, which would probably be good for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But
you would be a mess if you tried to. You would probably throw up smoothie everywhere. It would just be terrible.
I can't. I don't like. I have to. If I work out, I have to be fasting. I've never been able to eat and work out. Like I would just vomit everywhere.
Oh yeah, it would be bad.
I blame my gallbladder.
You should. It's all gallbladder's fault. And you know what else? It's all your guys' fault that we do this show every week because we love it. We love you. It's one of our favorite things. Hey, man, also, if you enjoy what we do here next Tuesday night, we're going to have 5 knuckleheads and me doing a Dungeons & Dragons stream. Not playing Dungeons & Dragons. We're playing Pathfinder. But it's the same idea. Little people, role play business. Going to be doing that next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. It's new to all of us. We've never done Roll20. Ashley's done Roll20. I've never done Roll20. I've never DM'd a Pathfinder game. It's been a very long time since I've DM'd anything at all. DM is Dungeon Master for those not affiliated with the D20 world. But we're going to be doing that. It's going to be fun. We're going to run the Crownfall module provided by Pathfinder, which should be kind of fun. It's a boxed adventure to kind of get us acclimated. We'll have a good time. And then after that, on Thursday, we'll have Meg Halfdahl on the show to talk about her latest book and do some fun games and some shenanigans. I'm really looking forward to talking to her. Pick her brain about what made her a writer, what makes you want to be a writer, what are some tips, and how many books you got in your head. That's those kind of things. It's gonna be a really good time. I'm excited about it. If you like this podcast, if you watch it live, but you still want to find a way to support us outside of giving us funds, you can do that by just giving us 5 stars on whatever podcast service that you are a fan of, whether that's Google Play Music or iTunes or Stitcher or whatever. 5-star reviews are good. They help people find us. They get us up in that recommendation engine so more people jump into the show, which is fun. Follow us on Twitter at 2dorkstv. You'll get notified every time we go live. And tip us if you do have those dollars, 2dorks.net/tip to send us some bucks our way. Also, bits and subscriptions are all appreciated. Your subscriptions with your
Discord.
Bezos bucks. Oh yeah, and please join us in the Discord. If you don't want to do anything else, join us in our Discord to talk. 2dorks.net/Discord will take you there. We are in there all the time. It's pretty much a lively chit chat all day during the week. I'm at least in there every Monday through Friday at the very least because I work on a computer all day, and that's what happens. Anyway,
And it's fun.
all that being said, we're going to leave you guys with these words of wisdom from Rabindranath Tagore, which sounds like a Lord of the Rings character.
I know, that's pretty badass.
He says, let your life lightly dance on the edges of time like dew on the tip of a leaf.
Right.
What a wonderful, wonderful statement. You guys are the best. We'll see you next time right here on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. There we go. All done. All done.